Okay, when we come out of commercial, let's go to camera 3, audio, stand by to cue show theme, and take your cue from Tony.
Stand by, gang. Let's wrap this thing up.
It's almost Miller time, and Bill hasn't abused the guest yet.
He's gonna do something terrible.
Relax, Carl. We're gonna get through this one without a libel suit.
He always does something terrible.
We're coming out of commercial in 10 seconds.
Camera 3, give me a close-up on Bill.
He has to do something terrible.
A little tighter, Denny. Nice.
It's in his blood.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Well, Dr. Murphy, it certainly has been an informative half hour.
Well, thank you, Bill. And I'd like to extend an invitation to you and to the members of your studio audience to visit my therapeutic massage center at any time.
Yeah. Doc, while we just have a second here, you know, you come here, you talk good, you're obviously a very well-dressed, intelligent man, but I wonder if we could just put a few cards on the table for a minute. Therapeutic massage center, isn't that just another way of saying porno palace?
What? He did something terrible.
Stay on him.
Once again, big lawsuit.
I mean, I'm just a little curious as to why you chose our town, though. Why you chose Buffalo for this particular form of smut peddling.
I sell whirlpool baths.
And Jim Jones sold fruit punch.
What?
Folks, I wonder if I echo the sentiments of the citizens of Buffalo when I say, hold it, mister. Not in our town, you don't. How about it, folks? Am I completely off base here? What do you think? Thank you.
Now, wait a second.
Thank you very much.
No right to talk to me like that.
And that's the way it is here on Buffalo Bill today. Thank you very much.
I knew he'd do something terrible.
I've run that real well. I was just wondering, off the record, is there any way, how could I get into the massage business?
You can't be serious.
Excuse me, Mr. Bittenger. Nice show. Could I see you for a minute?
See, I'm talking to the man.
It's kind of important.
All right, I'll tell you what, Doc. Could you send me a prospectus? I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Very good. Did you pick up those shirts?
Yeah. They're in your dressing room. Bill, it's about your friend Pete Killian
Yeah, he's a good guy, Pete.
from 60 Minutes.
Yeah, I was with him the day he got the job on 60 Minutes.
I hate to be the bearer of ill tidings, but he's dead.
He's what?
Pete Killian died at 11:30 this morning.
Oh, he's dead. I thought you said he was here. Pete's dead?
I'm sorry, Bill. Can I get you anything?
Can you get me anything? Can you get me my best friend back?
Can I get something to drink?
No.
There's nothing to drink around here.
I know. Sorry, sweetheart.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Just a little problem. I can't talk about it right now. A little showbiz problem, that's all.
Should I leave or what?
Leave. I mean, yeah, maybe we should take a rain check on the audition if you don't mind, sweetheart, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Should I just leave you my film?
Yeah, leave the film. That'd be good.
You have an 8mm projector, haven't you?
We'll think of something. We'll find one. Sure, don't worry about that. Yeah.
Okay. It's a little grainy. Is that okay?
Honey, grainy is fine. In fact, grainy is better sometimes, really.
It'll give you a good idea of what I can do,
Yeah,
though.
well, I think I know what you can do.
Okay, thanks for the time.
Okay, sweetheart, listen, ciao. You look wonderful.
Ciao.
Honest,
Well,
yeah, really.
bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Bernie. Bill. Yes, I just heard. Well, I'm flabbergasted. I just can't believe it. Well, that's why I called you first, Bernie, because you've always been, you know, more than just my agent. You've also been my friend, buddy. And if you value that friendship, you'll call 60 Minutes right now and get me Pete's job. Premature? Well, he's been dead almost 4.5 hours. No, Bernie, listen. Bernie, will you listen to me a second? I want you to call them and tell them that I am willing to fake that lisp that Pete had. You know, DBF New York. I can do it, Bernie, I promise you. Stop wallowing in your own selfish sense of grief. Now do your job, Bernie. Tea? Woody, you think I could drink tea at a time like this? Oh, listen, Woody. Could you do something for me, though? Could you see if you could scrounge up an 8mm projector?
Sure.
Thank you, audio. Stand by to cue main title. We're gonna roll in 5 minutes, everybody. Kill bars and tone.
You're the most beautiful woman in the world and the best director I ever worked with. I love you, JoJo.
What's wrong with your hair?
What do you mean?
Oh, must be the light. Camera 3, give me the set. That's great. Thank you, Dick. Now, what is it, Bill?
Oh, these are for you.
Bill, they're beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful, but they pale by comparison to you. Just my way of saying that I've loved every moment of our working relationship, and the other part, too. And if I get this job in New York, 60 Minutes, you're going with me. Kids, listen, I know I didn't bring you guys flowers, but I do want you to know what you've meant to me. I'll never forget any of you, from Tony to Steve.
Stan.
Yeah, I know you're Stan, but I was talking about Steve.
You were pointing at me.
Yeah, but I was talking about Steve.
Steve who?
Steve down on the floor.
That's Stu.
Let's don't quibble, all right? This is a very important day, I mean, for all of us. If the network likes me, if they take me to New York, there's no telling who I might take with me.
Take Steve.
I'll tell you what, Mike.
Hi, everybody. I'd like you to meet Dan.
As if he needs an introduction, everybody. Hey, kids, Dan Thornwell, how are you? The network man. I'm Bill Bittenger. How was the trip?
Oh, fine, Bill, thanks.
Good to see you. I'll tell you what, Dan, why don't we go down to the green room? I think you might be a little more comfortable.
This is our director, Joanna White.
Yeah, right. Meet
How do you
the
do, Dan?
people that make it happen up here. JoJo White, one of the best directors, if not the best director in television. There's Tony Fittipaldi, fantastic associate director. There's Mark Benno down there. He's just an out-of-sight TD. And, of course, the PA's PA, Marge Curlin. And Dan, for my money, about the best audio guy in the business, Stan Flieger.
Fluger, hi.
Dan, Marge, Mark, Tony, JoJo, say hi to Dan Thornwell, native of Waukegan, Illinois. Got his start as a cameraman in Minot, North Dakota, and went west out to Seattle, produced local shows. Became the youngest program director in network history at the CBS affiliate in Knoxville, Tennessee, right? Mm-hmm. Then 2 years later, you were snapped up by the web headquarters, and then, well, I guess the rest is all history. 38, single, expert horseman, and skier, Dan Thornwell.
Wow, quite a guy, aren't I?
Sounds pretty good to me.
Okay, kids, I'll tell you what. Why don't we show Dan what we can do? Let's go on down to the green room.
Bill, if you don't mind, I'd just soon watch from, right there.
Danny, do me a favor, will you? Will you watch from right here? It might be even better. Yeah, sit right here. Good. You won't be in the way of me.
Have a good one, Bill.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Check the hair.
Listen, you're not going to do something terrible now, are you?
What do you mean something terrible?
What is some grandstand play to impress Dan Thornwell?
Carl, who do you think you're talking to? A clown? I'm a professional.
Just don't do something terrible.
Look, I tell you what, why don't you go in there and sit down and make little steeples with your fingers and let me do the show, all right?
Well, if he does something terrible, I'll just set myself on fire.
Hello, Buffalo! Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, we have a great show for you today. We have Dr. Helen Storch with us today from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. And if you live in the suburbs and if you have pigs, Dr. Storch is going to tell you how to slaughter them for the holidays. First, Doctor, if you would indulge me just for a second, I'd like to mention someone in passing. Pete Killian, 60 Minutes Emmy-winning anchorman, was my best friend. When he died 2 weeks ago, the entire broadcasting fraternity shared my grief. I'd just like to pay a little tribute to Pete at this time. On behalf of me and Mike, Wallace, all the gang, we whose responsibility it is to do the kind of journalistic digging and fact-finding that me and Mike and Harry, maybe a couple of others, are capable of doing. I'd just like to say, so long, pal. I'll cover for you. Woody?
Pull her out of the wreckage, Woody.
Would somebody just light my hair?
Hey, baby.
What do you feel?
Ooh, that smells good. What is it?
Chicken Marengo.
Oh, great. Oh, you left your flowers at the office. I came by there, but you're already gone.
Well, I was at a hospital seeing Dr. Storch. She has a mild concussion. I just thought I'd see how she was.
Who's Dr. Storch?
The lady you almost decapitated?
Oh, yeah, nice lady. No reflexes, but nice lady. What should I do with these? All the bases seem to be filled.
Why don't you take them home?
Something wrong? You seem a little distant.
Distant?
Yeah.
Why? Because once upon a time you and I had a mutant romantic interlude? Because once you had a key to the front door and you can't believe the lock's been changed? Or is it because in your bizarre imagination the phrase "call me first" means barge in anytime?
I don't know what the reason is. You just seem a little distant, that's all.
You're unbelievably selfish.
You're right. I am selfish. I can't argue that. Especially when it comes to something like this 60-minute spot. But, honey, it's not just for me. It's for both of us.
What do you mean?
Well, don't you understand that when two people go through something like we did, a romantic interlude that's
Mutant?
whatever, that a bond is created between those two people that will last forever? We can't deny that, JoJo. We're only human. You got any pretzels or Fritos? Forget the snacks. Oh, honey, do you know how close I am to getting this job?
How close?
Real close. Yeah, I was having drinks with Danny, and he said it looks like I have the inside track. I asked him out to dinner. I wanted to find out a little more about it, but he said he had other plans. I don't know, call me crazy, but I feel like if I could just do something for him, something to make his visit here a little bit nicer. I just thought maybe if you and I could chip in and buy him something, like a nice suit or a new pair of wingtips. Let's see. Expert horseman, skier, single. Well, that's it. The obvious, a date. My gosh, did you notice how he kept looking at you in the booth?
I thought he was kind of nice.
Kind of nice? Are we talking about the same Dan Thornwell? You kidding me? Oh, he's a terrific guy, baby, once you get to know him. My gosh.
You want me to sleep with him, don't you? That's what this little game is all about. You want me to sleep with Dan Thornwell.
Jojo, but wait, baby, that hurts. No, that more than hurts. That's
I've got a chicken in the oven. Would you kindly excuse me?
Boy, oh boy, I am taken aback. I mean aback, Jojo. Sleep with a stranger? Sure, it'd work. That's obvious. Tell you what, you make the drinks. I'll get the door. Dan, what? My gosh, how are you, man? Come in here.
Hi, Bill.
How are you? How did you know I was over here?
I didn't.
Well, you found me. That's the important thing. I'm glad you canceled your plans, man.
Well, I didn't cancel my plans, Bill. These are my plans.
I don't understand.
Hi, Dan.
Jojo,
Hi,
look who's
Jojo.
here. Dan, you remember Jojo? It's
The burgundy you said you liked.
Thank you. And thanks for all the lovely flowers.
Stupid me. Wow, this is incredible. Well, that's terrific. You know, I had a feeling you guys would hit it off. That's terrific. Good.
Why don't you put your coat in the bedroom?
Yeah, just make yourself at home.
Which way's the bedroom?
Right.
Follow me.
Right. Over there.
Bill,
Yeah.
it's Woody. Can I come in?
Yeah, come in.
Bill, shouldn't you be using practice balls?
Can't get the distance with practice balls.
Well, what if you hit somebody?
There's no problem, just a bunch of cars out there.
Hey, Bill. Is it me, or are you a little tense?
Am I a little tense? Of course I'm a little tense. It's been a week. I haven't heard a thing. Do they want me or not?
Well, sure they want you. How could they not want you? Look, Bill, whether you get the job or not, and again, I'm sure you will, I just want to say that I've really enjoyed working with you.
And you want to go to New York with me, right?
No. Sure, I'd like to go to New York, but it'd be almost impossible, what with my family here and all.
Yeah.
Plus, I got my house.
Right.
The cabin on the lake.
Yeah.
My real estate holdings.
Yeah.
You know the restaurants. The car
Woody,
dealership.
okay, yeah, okay. We're supposed to do a show, right?
Golly
What are we
day,
doing here?
you're right. I don't know where the time goes. 5 minutes there, Mr. Bittenger.
Woody, I found this golf ball among the broken pieces of my Hummel collection.
You're with Woody's Casualty, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
We'll take care of it.
Hey, Carl.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Looking good.
Thank you.
Like that tie.
Yeah?
You seen any good movies lately?
Das Boot?
Oh, yeah? You see the English language
Carl,
version
listen,
or the
if
one...
you come in here to ask me to stay, you might as well save your breath.
It's not me, Bill. It's Mr. Wilkinson. It's his station.
Yeah, right.
He wants you to stay.
Uh-huh. So why didn't he ask me himself?
Well, he's in the Bahamas, Bill, and he doesn't like you. But he knows how much we like you, and he knows how high your ratings are, so he's willing to make it worth your while.
Carl, I don't care what he offers. I'm not doing it. When that phone rings from New York, I'm in the wind. This town is history for me.
Just for my own peace of mind, would you be willing to say that I've done everything in my power to get you to stay?
Yes?
Best of luck. Send us a postcard.
3 minutes there, Mr. Bittinger.
Right.
And New York's on the phone.
Excuse me? Yep. Something else you had in mind? Or... Hello? Hello, Buffalo! Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a little preoccupied. I just received a rather significant phone call from New York. Dr. Storch, we'll talk pigs in just a moment, but if you can call me for a second, I'd appreciate it. You're looking great. Yeah, I was talking to a network executive, the name of Dan Thornwell.
Okay, say Bill gets a job and Wilkinson fires me. Well, I'll pull my kids out of school. I'll sell my house. Maybe I'll move to Ontario. Open a little bait and tackle shop.
Right of town, the Big Apple. Hustle and bustle. All the people riding that crazy merry-go-round and chasing the brass ring that always seems to be just a little bit out of reach. I guess.
Just a little shop.
I guess so.
Sold a little bait, sold a little tackle.
Maybe Dan Thornwell enjoys the lullaby of Broadway. But maybe that's because Dan Thornwell never spent a winter's night in Buffalo watching the gently falling snow caress a frozen window pane while sitting next to a cozy fire.
Yes, he has.
Maybe he's never sat on the shores of Lake Erie and watched a Canadian sunset reflect off those little icebergs. Or heard the incessant roar Niagara Falls. Or how about the roar of the crowd at Rich Stadium when the Bills put one in the end zone? I think more important, maybe he doesn't know the people of Buffalo. He's never tipped a beer with Mario Galante at the corner bar after a hard day's work. Or had a taste of Ma Dolan's deep dish apple pie. Huh. No, this is where the real people are. This is where the honest people are, the good people, the best people in the world. And this is where I want to stay.
He didn't get the job, Carl.
I'm not New York Bill or L.A. Bill. I'm Buffalo Bill. That's what I'm going to be. Probably for the rest of my life. Thank you. Yeah. God bless you, sir. God bless you. So what about the new contract?
What new contract?
Wilkinson. Wilkinson said he would make it worth my while.
We didn't have a cash offer in mind. We were going to offer you a research assistant.
A research assistant? Mm-hmm. Well, you call that a perk?
Yes, I do. I do indeed. Someone to interview your guests beforehand so that we can cut down on the number of slander and libel suits that we face with such appalling regularity as a result of your referring to, for example, Father Joseph O'Flaherty as a scuzzbag, Congressman Philip Schoenlaw, a pimp in a business
suit. What are you driving at, Carl?
Well, I don't want to nitpick here, Bill, but we'd like you to be more accurate, and we think a research assistant would help.
Mm-hmm. No. How about N.O., Carl? This has always been a one-man show, and it will always be a one-man show.
Redneck ignoramus, fat fairy. Here's a good one. I don't care what the jury said, sir. You look like a rapist to me. Just someone to double-check the facts.
Facts? What is this big deal about facts?
Do you remember referring to the late, great Cardinal Custa?
He was great.
He's alive.
Who is it?
Oh, excuse me. I didn't realize you were having a meeting.
Oh, no. Come right in. Hi, I'm Bill Bittenger.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I thought it was you.
Oh, yeah?
I saw a tape of that tribute you did to Pete Killian a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
That was very moving.
Yeah. We worked very hard on that. Thank you very much, yeah. Funny thing is that for a while it looked like I was going to replace him, but they got somebody else with a lisp exactly like his. I guess they wanted to carry on the tradition or something.
I'm Wendy Killian,
Yeah.
Pete's daughter.
I say lisp, but we're talking about one of the unique speech patterns that to me, always set Pete a little bit apart from everybody else. And what a guy.
Yeah.
Your dad was a great guy.
Yeah, he was. He spoke very highly of you, too, Mr. Bittinger.
Yeah. Bill, call me Bill.
In fact, Dad said if you ever get stuck in Buffalo, be sure and look up Bill Bittinger. He'll definitely be there.
Oh, well, he said that, did he? How would you like to be my research assistant?
Oh, are you serious? I would love it.
Don't fight me on this, Carl. I need a research assistant.
Well, Bill, it's a great idea. Why not?
Huh?
Sure.
All right. Why don't we just start tomorrow? What are you doing for breakfast about 7:30? You know about Perkins steak and cake?